Hi everyone, CMattDye here. Thanks for stopping by, checking out the video, and today I want to talk about the Ape Society. Now, some people out there are very bullish Ape Society. A lot of the people in Ape Society are diamond handers, and you can see that with the price of society. Society's just going straight up. People aren't just selling their society for ADA. Yeah, they're getting a lot of ADA value per month, and we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about the diminishing rewards over time. But people are diamond handing the society token, which is pretty big. People are buying apes. The ape floor is going crazy. It's going to go over 10,000, I believe. And where's it going to stop? No one knows. But they do have a lot of stuff in store. The team has a lot in store for Ape Society. And one of the things I always talked about is doxing really a big thing, and it's not. Have you ever seen any of the team from Ape Society? I've heard them talk. I've seen them type on the Discord, but I've never actually seen them. But we believe in them because they have a vision that's big enough that people will follow that. They say, "Hey, I like that person. I want to be on their team. I want to go along that ride that they're going on." And that's why Ape Society is going crazy because people believe in everything. There's been a lot of fun around, and I've seen Ape Society videos recently where people were just salty. They demean the project without talking about it, saying there's not a white paper, stuff like that. That's just crazy. In Cardano, in life in general, a rising tide should lift all boats. And some projects aren't doing that great, and some projects are doing great. And it's just the market. If a project is building, Ape Society, they minted, the shot up a little bit, and then it came down and it went sideways for a long period of time. And by long period, I mean like a few months. And then it started to come up, and then it went sideways a little more, then it went up again, and now it's just straight parabolic. If you look at different projects, some of the good ones did the same thing. Clay Nation, same thing. Mutants, same thing. So anyway, let's get into Ape Society and talk about it. So let's get into, first of all, let's talk about society. We've talked about the chart a little bit, and this is it. It is going nuts. Right now, it's at 27.8 cents. It's just going crazy. So let's talk about the vision first of all. And this has been the vision since the beginning, like pre mint. This was pretty much the vision. So they talk about branding and art. Um, Talk about decentralization. That's a big part because we're in crypto. You want crypto to be decentralized. Not everything's centralized. Look at Solana, just one example. And we want it to be decentralized. I can't even speak. DeFi. They want to center the society token around DeFi. And that's one of the things that the frames are doing. We're going to get into that in a moment. Personal and professional development. They want to build a community, which is pretty cool. They talk about community here on Discord, Twitter, or in person, they say. If you were at CNFT Con, sadly, I wasn't able to make it. I literally got COVID a week before. Terrible timing, I know, but it's hard to control. I tried to do the catch and release method. It just didn't work out. It is what it is. But if you were there, they had a booth, and I heard, everything was going pretty awesome. So next, let's go to cabins. So if you want to stake, let's go to over here first. So if you want to stake, you have to have at least one cabin. So you have the lower tier cabin, which gives you the ability to stake 2 frames. You have the mid tier cabin, which is called the estate, and that allows 4 frames. And then the upper tier cabin, which is called the chateau, allows 10 frames. So that's the way it goes. Each frame costs 750 ADA to get started. And if I scroll down here, this is how your frames are going to look, and they change level by level, which I think is very cool actually. Level 4, a lot of people did the math, and level 4 seems to be the frame that you can go to, and it's not that expensive to get to, compared to like a level 7, but it gives you really really good rewards. And I like how it changes. Like, that's just super cool. That's, all that detail. They really thought about it. They looked at it and they're like, okay, well, this frame is better than this frame, and this gold frame is better than, this frame here that doesn't have anything. But then this gold color is better than this gold color. You know, that takes a lot of effort just to do that. And, it seems minuscule, but they've put a lot of thought, a lot of effort into this project. And if you go in the Discord, you can see the team is constantly in there talking, generating ideas, just communicating, which is pretty cool. I can definitely respect that because that is a ton of work. This talks about how to stake. You go in here, city.apesociety.io, again on the speaking thing. But this shows you how to actually stake your ape, and these are all the smaller tier frames. I think those would be level ones. If we look at the map, tells you how to stake. This tells you different rewards here. This I wanted to talk about the cabins real quick because you do have to own at least one cabin. And recently, about a week, maybe a week and a half ago, Ape Society came out with partner NFT staking. Now, we knew that was going to be a thing many, many months ago, but it just actually became a thing, which is pretty cool, actually. This talks about the addresses. This image isn't wanting to come up for some reason. That's fine, whatever. We'll go to class perks. So this is what you get. So Craftsman gives you 1x society rewards. Artists give you 1.15 society rewards plus one free frame. Explorers gives you 1.35x society rewards, 50% discount on any level 0 frames, and a 5% discount on all frame upgrades after that. Merchants get 1.45x society rewards, 2% of all assets sold in the store, not including frames. So they get 2% of all of that. Military officers get 1.7x society rewards, 10% probability of looting an asset built by a craftsman. So craftsmen build assets, and as a military officer, you have a 10% chance to loot that, and a small chance of looting unique assets from the treasure chest. That's very interesting. Royal advisors, 2.35x society rewards, a 1.2 multiplier for all ape NFTs. Multiple royal advisors cap at 3. So you get a 1.2 multiplier. If you have multiple royal advisors, the cap is at 3. Nobles, 7x society rewards, and you get a guaranteed chateau if you owned a noble. Now that was from the mint of their cabins, which was maybe 2 months ago. I just don't, something like that. Kings earn a 2.5% of all staking rewards of the king's respective family. So each king has a family. There's 35 families. Each family has a king, and that king is going to get 2.5% of all staking rewards from that family. Does not include frames, so doesn't include buying of frames. And you get access to the round table, which is a private chat between the kings and the founders. I think that's called Ape Force One, I believe. But anyway, that's your class perks, your frame, your staking. That's all pretty cool. Let's go to talk about society. So they call it frame to earn. You buy frames with society in order to stake your ape NFT or non-ape NFT. So your non-ape NFT is going to earn roughly 2 to 4 society per day on a level 0 frame. So, just to give you a little bit of, what I've heard from everybody in the ecosystem. the medium of exchange. Society is going to be the only medium of exchange, and they have 700,000 society tokens. There's going to be a little bit of burning, but that's a lot of tokens. And so after a year, 700 million society might be dwindled down to 698 million, maybe, just because there's so many people buying frames, and that's going to cause burning. And then they're going to be building things with their craftsmen, because the Ape Society community, that's a diamond handing community. It really is. Landmarks, society token will always be needed to interact with landmarks. They have a lot more future cases coming for society. Right now, it's pretty much buying and upgrading your frames. And, but they're going to get a little bit more involved than that. I was trying to find the price of frames. I had it right before I recorded this video. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Duh. 750 society gets you a level 0. 1.5 thousand society is going to get you a level 1. Level 2 is going to take you to 3,000 society, 6,000 society for level 3, 10,000 society for level 4, 15,000 society for level 5, 20,000 society for level 6, and 25,000 society for level 7. And these frames, so you get your level 0 frame, you have to wait a full day before you can upgrade to level 1. Then you have to wait a full day before you can upgrade to level 2. Same full day before you can upgrade to level 3. So you have to wait that entire time to be able to upgrade. And that's one reason why a lot of people are not selling their society on the open market. That's not the main reason. The main reason is people are diamond handing society because they believe the value is going to be way more in a few years than it is now, because the majority of the community are playing the long game. They want to see where we are 3, 4, 5 years from now, not 1 month from now. And that's really a good strategy in NFTs. I like to keep a long-term portion, but I like to have a short-term portion as well, just to generate that little bit of ADA to be able to feed that long-term portfolio. But anyway, let's get into the tokenomics, because that's kind of interesting. So you have 700 million total supply. Talked about that. Staking rewards, 455 million are going into the staking rewards. You have the DAO, the airdrop happened earlier. If you were staking to their particular stake pool and you had an ape, you were able to get airdrop society. It was like a certain amount of time you had to stake for. You were able to get that. They still have the Ape Society staking pool. I'm not quite sure what the I stands for at the moment. They have the Ape One Fund, which they use in the DAO. So that is that. And then the emission curve is what I really wanted to show off. So the remaining rewards, but the daily emission. So right now they're giving a lot of Ape Society tokens out at the beginning. And then once that gets cut off, which I would estimate might be about a year, maybe a year and a half, something like that. Maybe we'll call it 8 months to 18 months. And let's call it something like that. And then you're going to have diminishing rewards. But by that time, society token is probably going to maybe triple from here. I hate giving out prices, and I hate speculating as far as like a YouTube video is concerned. But all things being equal, apes are going crazy, and society token is going to go crazy as well. People are buying frames. They want to upgrade level 4, level 7. Your big whales are going all level 7s. Your mediums are probably going 4 to 7. They'll probably have some 4s, some 7s. And then you're just having a couple apes. Maybe you just go to a level 4. Maybe you keep it at 0. I don't know. I'm just speculating here, but that's what it is. You're just going to have a lot of Ape Society token coming out, and then you're going to have some diminishing returns. But at that point, society is going to be up more than it is now. So when you're getting less society, it's going to be worth more. So that's the idea. And I know they're going to have more utility coming out between now and then. So, I believe in their vision. I believe in their mission. And Ape Society is here. They're, a pretty decent project. I was buying them in March. They're a good project. And I'm not just tooting my own horn. Like, look at this. If we go here, 9,700 floor, that's nearly 10,000. And you can see what I was talking about. So it minted, kind of stagnated for a little while, went up, moved sideways for quite a while. So from basically end of March all the way to, I mean, you could argue all the way to end of September. And then it just started getting parabolic. And that is just nuts. It's going to go over 10,000. I have no doubt in my mind. Is it going to go over tomorrow, or is it going to take a week? I don't know, but I believe it's going over. It's a great project, and it's, this wins in the sales. Again, look at society. It's still at that same price it was when I started recording the video, but it's moving really well. It's moving really well. So anyway, that's Ape Society. If there's anything I left out, let me know in the comments, because I'm trying to do a thorough video. I like Ape Society. And like I said, a rising tide lifts all boats. So we want projects to succeed, because if this project succeeds, then there's more hope that this project over here is going to succeed as well. So that's what we want, man. A rising tide lifts all boats. Ape Society, shout out to you guys, because you're doing amazing. It's really phenomenal. So anyway, with that, if you enjoyed the video, thumbs up would be much appreciated. If you enjoyed it enough, hit that bell notification so you can hear the bell notification. I don't know, but hit that bell notification so you can hear any future videos. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you around the crypto markets. Take care.